Take care. Thanks for waiting.
So, it seems, as we were just testing, that this, with the new stats, is pretty much equivalent to having something that just straight up increases your overall attack by 20%. Because the damage values were like just very slight, but Ultimate Fighter is all your stats. So, you know, obviously, you get 10% more health, you have more stamina. None of it shows here, but basically you could just do the math yourself. So, like, our stamina is actually 293 instead. Because, you know, like I said, all that stuff seems to... It does work, you have to do the math in your head. So we have, like, 47 luck. We'd have 126 vitality. We have 512 dex. But from what I've noticed, it seems to take your helmet boost. Your helmet boost seems to affect your Ultimate Fighter as well. So the bigger your helmet boost, the bigger of a boost Ultimate Fighter gives. So technically, if I didn't have this armor set leveled up more than my Iron Falcon RE set, technically that would probably make it push past 20% damage if you're using that set. That way you can have Sylvia Crystal as well, if you have it, of course. If you don't, you know, it's kind of irrelevant then. You could just have the helmet with this set. But because then you don't have any minuses, because strength does, it's very small, but it does boost the damage of your assault rifles and any other gun. All of your stats seem to boost your damage very slightly, just certain stats are significantly more. It's almost like it's a Dark Souls game, you know, where there's like A, B, C rating on stuff, but we just don't know that. It doesn't tell us like those types of games do. So if this helmet wasn't reducing my strength, it'd be even more. And then, like I said, the Iron Falcon RE is 16%, so it'd be whatever the hell that would be. I don't have one on me. I'm broke. I don't feel like it, but yeah, you know, 16% of 420, and then you get 10% of that 16% boost to the base as well. So like this, instead of it being 42 being added, it technically is 47 because it's 470 when this seems to take into effect. So it'd actually be 517 dex And like I said, it'd be way more than that with the other helmet on. So it's just, you could get some ridiculous numbers. And like I said, with that helmet, I'm sure this is more than a freaking barbarian. It boosts your stats, but it also boosts everything else. Boosts your crit chance, your stamina so you can run a little more, your health, your vitality so you're tankier. Like, I can't wait to freaking limit break, Ultra Uncapped, whatever you want to call it, a defender, because I want to see how much their vitality goes up, because grade 6 defenders didn't have much over grade 5s. They actually had 1 point less, which made no sense to me. They just had a lot of health. Because if the defenders get like over 250 something, and you give them like Ultimate Fighter with the Happy Wheeler helmet, like, oh my god, they have so much vitality. You just won't even care about your damage. But I could be wrong. Damage still might just be superior and not care about defenders, because defenders are pretty obsolete at the moment. When you can just do builds like this and just shred everything, as you saw, like in my simulations, those first 3 people are defenders. My very first defender was using Ultimate Fighter, but, you know, I'm kind of using it for the test of this video, because I only have the one. But those are his defense values, because he's literally got like the highest defensive stuff for each category except the helmet, because this is the only helmet that gives a lot of vitality. But his vitality reaches almost 200 because of Ultimate Fighter and Harmon Smith, and he still goes down pretty quick to my shooter. But like, as you see with this 15%, 20%, he has 35% more defense. He's got like 13,500 something, and he still goes down like it's nothing. So that's why I really hope vitality changes a lot, because otherwise they just, defenders are pretty useless. You're better off just setting up your defenses to kill people. Like, seriously, they can't be as tanky as you want them to be when people are just like have godly weapons, and AI is easy to exploit, obviously. Is, you know, my tactic, just turn your back to them and they seem to get aggressive as crap. Even guys with guns, you could just do this and then immediately aim and they'll drop their block so you can start shooting them. It's pretty silly. It's all I do when I climb ETH. Just turn around. Just turn around, shoot everything. Easiest way to climb if you want to take like no skill at all and just bring a pure damage shooter. And you don't really gotta learn boss patterns until you get really high up, like 120-ish, I think, and up. And the last thing to note, I'm unsure if I want to do this, but I got this from a rainbow bag, and I want to know if these stack, but I only got one, because if it doesn't stack, it's going to be forever on my shooter, and I don't necessarily want it all the time. But if you could stack 2 serial killers, holy crap, that's going to be ridiculous. 200% attack power in just 2 decal slots, like, get out of here. But yeah, I'm just going to leave you guys with that, because yeah, I want to test it, but like at the same time I don't want to just throw this away if it doesn't work, because whoever I put it on, I'm not going to take it off of, because I already got the one. And other people have told me you can get things like heavy tank and barbell and diamond from those too. So I guess that's how you get these. Like, same with this, King of Wolves. I'm pretty sure I got a King of Wolves as well. So that's how you get these decals without that's how they decided to do them. Sorry, couldn't think. But yeah, see, how to obtain prize. So same with legendary hero. I bet you got to get it that way. That's another one I was trying to think of. Yeah, I bet you that's how you get these. So yeah, if this double stacks, that's probably what I'm going to start doing, just to like easily tear through and have like no problem at all. Who needs skill when you got decals? Decals and a gun, that's OP as crap in the hands of a human player. Alright, so hopefully this helps for anybody who's wondering if, you know, this is really good or not. It definitely is, still. I can't imagine it in the hands of an attacker, you know, freaking 40% more strength and dex. Like 40 or more, I mean. And then if you give them a helmet like the sniping one, that gives 9% more to each of those, and then it stacks with that. Oh my gosh, and just gets so much stats.